Apparently people were accusing the Miami store of backdooring to the stores. That's an accusation though. Don't quote me on it. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? That's this accusation that is not like, you know what I'm saying? Hey man, it's Armand Too Real in the cut on the mic, and today we're gonna be talking about the Supreme SBs that just dropped today and if they're a good hold or sell type stuff, and along with just talking about the release and how it went. It honestly did not go too well for me. Let me know in the comments how it went for you. I'm sure I know the answer. I don't think it went well for too many people. But before we get in this video, drop a like, drop a sub, hit the notification bell. It's completely free, bro. I'm talking to you, bro. Drop a like. Literally takes 2 seconds. Like, all right, we gonna get in this video though. I appreciate you if you drop the like, you know what I'm saying? You're a real one. But anyways though, so first thing I want to talk about is the blue pair that dropped today. There was about 4 or 5 color, I think there was 5 colorways that came out, y'all. There was one that dropped exclusively to EU, aka Europe, exclusive in Asia, exclusive in North America, aka just like, you know, United States of America, you know, like, you know, where all the 50 states are. So I think the best pair dropped in America. They gave America the best pair, which was the blue pair, so that's pretty cool. But the ink pair is going for the most, which is the purple pair. I'll probably pop it on the screen, all of the pairs. The purple pair is actually going for a lot of money. The inner hype beast to me is like, oh my gosh, like I didn't really like that pair like too much. Like I still liked it, you know, it's still a clean colorway, but then once I saw the prices, they're doing numbers. Like size 12 men's is going for $400, which makes sense because they're so limited. They're only dropped in the EU. Oh yeah, this pair dropped in the EU, y'all. I'm pretty sure. EU is noticed, like people usually make fun of EU people because they usually tank pairs. Like whenever like a pair restocks in Europe, like it always goes down a lot, like on StockX market or just market in general. So people usually make fun of them. But this pair was obviously very limited at the store, so obviously even the EU people couldn't even tank the market because market's already low. And I know Supreme has a store somewhere in Europe. I forget where. I think London. London's in Europe, right, y'all? Like let me make sure I'm not tripping real quick, y'all. Okay, yes, as I expected, London is in Europe, and that pair is going for some numbers. So I know there's a London Supreme store because I've seen YouTubers go to that Supreme store. Supreme has stores everywhere, like it's crazy. They have stores in like Japan. I'm pretty sure I have a store in Japan, so that'd be Asia, right, y'all? Let me make sure I know my states right. I know I do. I'm pretty sure it's in Asia. And then you know what I'm saying, they have stores in America, in like 5 of the states in America. I think Chicago. I think Chicago. I'm not completely sure though. I know New York, Florida, Miami, you know what I'm saying? I saw Miami, I saw some people pull up to Miami. A lot of people did not hit. Apparently people were accusing the Miami store of backdooring to the stores. That's an accusation though. Don't quote me on it. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? That's this accusation that is not like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not, that's not, I don't know if that's true or not. It could be though, it could be very much true, but that'd be kind of crazy for a corporate store like New York. I mean like Supreme to be freaking backdoored, but it could be possible because there were some people saying that, you know what I'm saying? They went up to the Supreme store at 11 o'clock for the reservation, which is pretty early, 11 a.m. That's pretty dang early. And they only had up to size 7.5 men's. So that's crazy if that's true. And we're talking about the blue pair, y'all, because only the blue pairs dropped in stores. And they did drop online too, but they were cooked in like 2 seconds on the online drop. I don't even want to talk about the online drop. The online drop sucked. The white and black pair sat for a little bit because there was like a lot of stock for that, but I think what happened was they put most of the blue pair stock in the stores and then they put this barely any leftovers on the website, so they wanted more hype for those color pairs. It made sense. So I remember watching a podcast, I think it was the Store Credit podcast, so shout out that podcast. They were talking about how like they were hoping that each color dropped. All right, we tuned back in this video, you know what I'm saying? My SD card ran out or whatever, but yeah, so they pretty much what I was saying is like that podcast was talking about how they're hoping that each state would get each color, or like, but they ended up just giving each region each color. That went crazy if they just dropped like all 5 colors online, all 5 colors in store, the white, black, you know what I'm saying, the yellow pair, blue pair, and the purple pair. That'd be insane, y'all, if they just did that, but I knew they wouldn't do that. That'd be like way too many pairs out there. I'm actually kind of glad they did it how they did it, but at the same time it kind of like sucks because like, bro, if you wanted these purple pairs, this purple pair, you're gonna have to freaking pay up because like the prices are high, especially if you wear a bigger size. If you wear like a size 9 men's, like you're kind of straight. If you wear a size 9.5, $350, still kind of expensive. If you wear like a size 8 men's through 9 men's, you're straight, but all the other sizes, like size, for example, 5.5 men's, ask is pretty crazy, $500. Every size is like $400 to $500. Size 50. My cat was being a little rude there, but yeah, size 15 men's, y'all, is going for $640. So that's insane, y'all. This like the purple. I think the ink pair, the purple pair, is definitely going for the most money, y'all. But let me check how like the other ones are doing on the market. Oh my gosh, y'all, the Ocean Fog one. Oh, I got confused for a second. The size 15 though is going for $800. Last sale $535. Size 15 men's in the Ocean Fog pair, which is the best pair in my opinion. Okay, yeah, the Ocean Fog pair definitely goes hard, but then again, like, bro, this is a pretty mid SB. Let's be real, y'all. Like, let's keep it a band. Like this. Like the only thing that really sets this apart is like the cool 94 stitching at the heel, but besides that, the color blocking is cool or whatever. But it just looks like, man, like if this wasn't Supreme, if this was just a regular dunk that got released, like it might, I don't know if it would be getting the same love, but it is, you know, it has that Supreme aura to it. Every size in the Ocean Fogs are actually very affordable, y'all. So if you do want them, they're only going for around $250 on the resale market. I know a lot of people don't want to pay resale, but I mean they're really not that expensive. I know retail is better, $135, which is very cheap, but you got to expect like a shoe like this. You know, SB retail is already really cheap, like $135, like that's cheap compared to like Jordan 4s and stuff like that. Yeah, so the retail is really cheap, so you gotta expect like a shoe like this. Since this is a Supreme collab, I put on my Supreme t-shirt, the box logo today. We bringing back the box logo swag, but no, I'm just playing. But anyways though, so the Supreme SB like this, you gotta expect like a, you know, shoe like this just to sell out instantly because it's so cheap, the retail, and it's a Supreme collab, and it's a pretty nice shoe. All the cool colors. The white pairs are like kind of breaking, like it's kind of crazy. Like the white pair is going for like okay, yeah, so the white pair is going for around 150 to 180 right now. Size 13 men's 160, so that's my personal size, but it's just going for like a GR dunk, you know what I'm saying, price. So kind of crazy, kind of like it's going for like the same numbers as like just a normal, like let's say like the Fog SBs when they came out. It's like 160, so kind of crazy. The black pair is going for around the same, you know, a little bit more money, like size in my personal size 13, 180. But I think the black and white pair is an easy like pass for me. But I mean, people are still going to cop it because it is still like an easy to wear shoe. But then again, it's like too much black going on and too much white going on, so I don't really like that. So the Camper Green pair that only dropped in Asia, y'all, that is the most expensive pair actually. So that's more expensive than the pink pair or the purple pair. A freaking size 13 men's in the Camper Green pair is going for $990. Bid $800, last sale $875. I'm gonna pop up this pair specifically on the screen. This pair is going for the most money, so they must have been pretty limited in Asia. Like literally only 2 left in the size 13 men's, only 12 left in the size 10.5 men's. Like that pair was super limited, y'all. Apparently that was the pair that dropped in Asia. I'm pretty sure y'all can let me know in the comments if I'm, you know what I'm saying, wrong on that, but I know I'm right. So yeah, not to be, you know what I'm saying, not to be cocky, but I know I'm right on that for sure. But yeah, so pretty clean pair. It's called the Camper Green. I thought it was yellow, but yeah, I definitely was wondering why they were calling this pair the Holt Green pair. It's definitely not a Holt Green, definitely like, yeah, Camper Green, I guess, like kind of like a yellowish green, mustard green type, you know what I'm saying, look like mustard yellow. But pretty cool pair. Kind of reminds me of like the eBay SBs that came out that's going for a lot of money right now that they auctioned off. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. But I think the best SBs that came out like Supreme wise in the past couple years was definitely the Supreme Ramelsies in my opinion, and that pair's actually gone up a little bit. But last sale was $375, so it's kind of a low last sale. But you know, ask is $520. I paid like $475 for my pair. They're over there. I already showed them in my last video, so I don't want to show them again. I actually did a whole on-feet review of my Supreme Ramelsies whenever I first got them. So if you want to go see that review, that's definitely the best Supreme SB to drop, like maybe ever in my opinion. I don't think that's that crazy of a, you know what I'm saying. I think that's the best Supreme SB to ever come out. I'm not gonna lie. Better than the Stars pair for sure. Better than any other one I've seen. I know the Red Cement Supremes, like that's like they go for a lot of money, but like let's be real, like they're just like, you know what I'm saying, they you know what I'm saying, they cool, but you know what I'm saying, they kind of look like a Jordan, that pair. But anyways though, let me know if you hit in the comments down below. I did not hit, unfortunately, so no review is going to be coming out from me because I ain't paying resale just to get these. I mean, honestly, if you got a good deal on these and you want to sell me, or, I don't know, only if you're legit, you know what I'm saying. I don't think I'm slow, you know what I'm saying. I'm not buying from no scammer, you know what I'm saying, person. But if you're like a real, you know what I'm saying, you got followers, you got referrals, you know what I'm saying, you met, you know what I'm saying, you known in the sneaker community, or for reselling or whatever you be doing, then you can hit me up on Instagram and I'll pay good just to get these in. Maybe I don't know, maybe I don't know, you can hit me up if you got a good deal. If you're trying to give your boy a good deal, then for sure, probably like whatever StockX payout would be for you, that's how much I pay you. But yeah, cool pairs, I should say. They came out with 5 pairs. Like I said, Ocean Fog definitely the best pair, but that's kind of surprising. The Camera Green one's going for the most, but this is all off exclusivity. I think honestly, if like the ocean fog was very limited, you know what I'm saying, America's like, you know, a lot more people who are into this in America. I feel like, I know the other countries they are too, but America, you know what I'm saying, people, we go more crazy for this type of stuff. So, you know what I'm saying, I think we have the most stores too of Supreme in America for sure. So that's why this pair is not going for as much money, because it's easily the best colorway. Like, let's be real, the purple pair isn't, like, you know what I'm saying, that great, you know what I'm saying. I mean, no, it's cool. Like, the quality looks actually really good on the ink pair, the purple pair, but let's just be honest, like, come on, man, like, the blue pair should be going for the most. But anyway, though, that's enough yapping. I appreciate you if you watched throughout the whole video. Stay tuned for more, you know what I'm saying, fire videos. That's really all to talk about. God bless. Peace.